It's here. James Gunn with the DCEU announcement. The hierarchy changing forever. According to Dwayne Johnson, which we haven't heard from in a while. I wonder why. But let's not waste any time. I am curious on how James Gunn and Peter Safran is going to turn the tables with Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. What you got for me, James?
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time.
Very long time.
One of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story.
Like it should.
If something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity.
That
Now,
makes
Peter
sense.
and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU,
Very
so
true.
he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action.
Really?
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it.
TV shows.
Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV
John
show,
Stewart,
which is
thank you.
almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space
Hal Jordan,
cops
of course.
watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line. And
I know
this is
Damian
the story
Wayne.
of the two of
I think
them.
we all do.
And the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy.
Not
He's
Booster
a loser
Gold.
from the future who uses
Well,
future
that guy's
technology
TV, but
to
if
come
that was
back to
movie, I
present
would-
day
I
and become a
don't know.
superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character.
I'm assuming that's going to be the same girl that is going to be on The Flash, maybe? I don't know if they're going to recast Supergirl or not. I don't know if they're going to recast Flash or not. Probably not. Articles say that they're not. But if that's the case, then they should be keeping the Supergirl that they have now in The Flash. I forgot her name, but if that's the case, that's what they should do. Just keep her there. No more recasting, please. Come on.
And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story.
Oh, now they bring Swamp Thing to film.
The monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU,
So if they're on TV, now they bring it to
still
film.
feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us.
That's true.
And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, that was our presentation of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Now, I gotta say, a lot of these characters, a lot of these team-ups, a lot of these characters, especially the Authority, never heard of in my life. The fact that they're doing another Superman movie of a younger Superman and his life, how he Supermans it up in Metropolis. I mean, I haven't seen that 1,001 times, but whatever. What was it called? The Bold and the Brave? Brave and the Bold with Batman and Robin? Sheesh, I don't remember the time that we've seen a Batman and Robin movie in a while. Usually games. But I'm assuming they're going to cast a new Batman just for this. I know Matt Reeves has his own thing. That's the Elseworlds, I guess what we're talking about, which Elseworlds is a thing. So, you know what? I can't judge too fast and too hard. I just gotta see him when I see him. You know what I mean? This is definitely different than what we got in the past. I like that there's a plan because they haven't had a plan in a while. I like that James Gunn is so personal with the people on YouTube like this and on social media. I see him on Twitter all the time answering fan questions about, is Superman gonna be origin story? He said no. Something about Black Adam, saying that he's gonna be in the near future, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I appreciate James Gunn for the fact that he's so personal and that he is so intimate with fans of what they want to know, and the fact that us fans got concerns because of the whole Henry Cavill thing, and with Aquaman and Batman, we don't know what's going on. So I appreciate him doing this, but we just gotta see what happens. We gotta see what happens. And I don't think they're gonna do a whole Marvel thing when it lasts up to 10, 15, 20 years. I think it's just gonna be, they're gonna do this many chapters and then they're done. That is my guess. So like I said, we'll have to see how it goes from here. Just and I hope it's good this time. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think this is going to be any kind of success, let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are 520 something subscribers, trying to get to 1,000. Okay, let's do it. It costs $3.99. I believe in y'all. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. That way you know the next time I post a little something. Could be a full video, could be a short. Who knows? You'll get this. You'll get it. You'll get it all. Okay. So, until next time. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay gold.